You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
Alrighty, there you go. That's the music. That means it's time for Animal Talk. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet, ready to help you with your pets and talk about animal stuff.
Well, I've been waiting for this all week long.
That guy sitting across from me.
Well, I'm Matt Fox, not Brian Donovan. He's usually the guy sitting across from you.
Yeah.
But Brian is always here in spirit.
Yes. My name is Jamie Flanagan, just making sure everybody has a good time. Animal Talk, it is America's Pet Show. So, Matt, during the day, you're a mild-mannered... What's your daytime life like?
Financial wellness coordinator. I help folks bring wellness into the workplace via financial wellness. That's my 9 to 5.
That's it. Me, I'm a mild-mannered English teacher.
Well, I won't say it.
I'm not very mild. I'm not very mannered. And not so great at English. But nonetheless, public school system gave me a job. And, well, there you go. But I do the yearbook newspaper broadcast. And
you're very good at it, honestly.
But I love literature, right? And I love words, and I love talking about words and arguing about words
and putting the words together,
saying words, relatively correctly at times.
Hey, when you can pull the word palatial out of your ass every once in a while,
that's it. I'll throw some charmers in there, and then Colleen goes, "Oh yeah, spell it." I'm like, I got a great vocabulary. It's just I can't spell my way out of a paper bag, but. Just talking about things that we love, and I love words, right?
Yes.
But what else do we love?
We love puppies.
We love animals, man. We love our pets.
We love all pets.
And through the ages, now it's like, how do people celebrate their animals today?
I see people throw birthday parties for their animals.
Yeah.
They'll try to put a funny hat on them or try to dress them up in some way, shape, or form.
And then they take the pictures of them and
but then your animals stick around with you for a lifetime. So now there are folks that are keeping their animals around via whether it be a machine operated helicopter, or ashes, in an urn, what have you. So
but people sell always like just like Snapchat and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook are just flooded with odes to your pets.
Yeah, I'm guilty.
Yeah?
I'm very guilty.
I mean, Percy's got his own Instagram channel.
Honeypot's got her own, too.
That's how people today are celebrating their pets. And so, but through the ages, through antiquity, people have always been celebrating man's best friend.
Yes.
And today we're talking about that because Duncan Wu, we're gonna have him on in just a second here.
Awesome.
Duncan wrote a book and collected a lot of these tributes to the animals. We got Sam Nork is here. Another part of the posse. Sam.
Sorry. Hi, I'm here.
How do you celebrate? How do you celebrate your pets, Sam?
How do I celebrate them?
Yeah.
We snuggle. We eat food together. I share my food with them. Probably shouldn't do that, but nothing like deadly. But
right.
We snuggle. We watch TV. We sleep.
And you take pictures of them. You put them up on Instagram. Do your pets have their own Instagrams?
No, I should probably do that though. They are. They're entertaining.
They
just kind of sleep a lot.
Being the photographer that you are,
right?
But so Duncan Wu, he's a professor of literary studies at Georgetown University, and he's written about romantic writers, but he put together this collection, and we want it called Dog Eared, and we got the book right here. Awesome. More importantly than having the book right here, we got Duncan right here.
He's got the book too. How about that?
Duncan, welcome to Animal Talk. We didn't keep you up, did we? It's not past your bed.
Yeah, you really kept me up really badly. I'm going to go to sleep straight after this. With the help of a little whiskey.
Fair play. So we do another show called the Man Cave Happy Hour, and it's usually a happy hour in the studio.
But I'll show you who is asleep.
Oh,
look at that.
Oh, that is awesome.
That is my dog, Topsy. Topsy, the smooth fox terrier, who is a rescue dog and who came to me through the North American Fox Terrier Rescue. And they are taking, I'm giving them the royalties from this book, as well as the ASPCA. They'll both be getting the royalties.
Well, I want to get to the book, but first we want to get to you, Duncan. Duncan, tell me about your childhood.
Why? What do you want? What?
Best answer ever. Why?
Are you going to cut this bit out?
So, but what is your what was the first pet you ever had? What was your first pet?
My first pet was a dog, an Alsatian, when I was 6 or 7.
All right,
that's a good age for a first dog. Yes.
So what brought you to the collection of humanity's best friend? It's not just man's best friend,
right? It
is humanity's best friend, dog-eared. What brought you to this collection? Because this spans the writers in here. I mean, it's
one of the things that I noticed right away, Duncan, about this book was the chronological order of the poets. And from the very beginning to the very end, it just chronologically, the years as they live. That's one of the first things that caught my eye. Then I got to page 207 and about a pug. It's such a fun little poem about a pug.
It's a great poem. It's Stevie Smith's poem, "Oh Pug."
Yes.
Is one of the most I guess, distinctive poems in the book because it immediately declares its eccentricity, just even, in the title, "Oh Pug." But you're right, it is a moving poem. And I suppose, to answer your question, what brought me to these poems is that they're all really moving. I mean, I think what happens is that poets fall in love with their dogs and then they want to write something that is going to somehow contain that emotion that they have for the dog. And that's what happens. They write these poems that are full of this emotion, whether it's frustration, annoyance, or just outright devotion. That's what it is. And, if I were going to write a poem about Topsy, for instance, I would certainly be writing a sort of love poem, I suppose.
Right.
I love my cat. I do. I mean, there's only so many things in this world that unconditional love, and it's usually a dog. I get about 75% from my cat.
Yeah, I'm about there as well.
Yeah. Zoe, our dog Zoe, she was 110%. Yeah. So between the two of them, it was great. So, but from our pets, it's an unconditional love, and there's a lot of like little love stories in here too.
And what I really Duncan, help everyone understand. You have a couple of different sections about good dogs and bad dogs, right? Why separate them out instead of just go through them all?
Well, I mean, that's the introduction where I talk about good dogs and bad dogs, simply because there are quite a few poems about bad dogs or dogs that are judged in a negative way, just to be a bit more subtle about it, because sometimes it's not as simple as saying that's a bad dog. Sometimes it's more about making a slightly more nuanced moral judgment about the dog. I guess to be honest, that's life, isn't it? That's how we go through life. We go through life making moral judgments about the people we meet, and sometimes some people are more bad than others, and it's the same with dogs. Sometimes dogs are more bad than others. So it's right to acknowledge that in the introduction, because that is an element of how the book works. I mean, so if you look at Charles Baudelaire, for instance, the French symbolist poet, there's a wonderful thing in this book about the good dogs. And Baudelaire hated dogs. I mean, he absolutely hated them. He just sort of kicked them around. But when he went to Belgium, a country he really hated, he saw lots of dogs that were being maltreated, that were sort of being hitched to carts and being made to pull them and not being paid. And even there was this, at the circus, there was a man who ate dogs. And he fell in love with dogs. That really turned him around. He really started to love dogs, and so he wrote this the one thing in his life that is pro dog, called The Good Dogs, and it's a wonderful thing, and it's in this book.
Not bad dogs, misunderstood
Misunderstood dogs.
Yeah.
Like much of my life, I'm very misunderstood. So
Do you think maybe Mr. Trump would say the same thing?
Duncan. All right, so Duncan, out of all the poems in the book, which is your favorite that didn't make it into the book?
Oh, that's really difficult.
I'm sure you had a lot of poems. You had to narrow it down to these. So what didn't make the cut? What was your favorite that didn't make the cut?
There are two poems by John Updike about his dead dogs. And they're the ones who I guess I most wish I'd been able to include. I had, there were so many rights problems of these. Once you get into the 20th century, you basically have to find the rights holder and start negotiating, and sometimes negotiations don't go very well.
You can't beg for forgiveness anymore. So when it comes to the copyright,
no, that's right. But I think Updike was. I don't know. I mean, some people think he was a terrible poet, but I actually think he was a pretty good poet. And he wrote two really, really good dog poems, which I'd love to have included.
Fair.
Yeah.
Very fair. Awesome.
So will there be, because we cut off somewhere in the 80s, I think. So will there be a continuation, or the 60s? Yeah, 68.
Yeah. Wow,
There was an 8 in there somewhere.
Well, the most recent poet is A.E. Stallings.
Yeah.
Who was born in 1968.
Okay, fair play.
So her poem about the dog is not that old. It's only about 7 or 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
So it does, in terms of the recentness of the poem, it comes up to a fairly recent point.
Yeah. All right. So, any plans for a companion to this? Because I just like this little
cats,
culture.
You mean a cat book?
Yeah.
I'd really like to do a cat book. The publisher hasn't yet asked me to do that, but I'd really love to do a cat poem book. I'd love to do that. There are loads of great poems out there about cats. Like, for instance, John Keats, the great British romantic poet. He wrote this fantastic sonnet about his landlady's cat. And it's a wonderful poem, and I'd love to. If I should have memorized it, obviously, for this interview, but if I could, I would recite it for you, but I can't. But it's a great poem, and there are loads of poems like that in American and British literature.
Fair.
And it would make a wonderful book.
I've written a few poems about my cat. Yeah, I can't repeat them here, though.
Oh, no, come on. I'd love to.
I'll send them to you offline. How about that?
All right, I'm making notes as to these other things I gotta look up. John Keats.
You can't send them because there are 4-letter words in them.
I think one of the poems I'm going. It's entitled "Butthole," but yes, that's just me.
Walking away. Why are you still staring at me?
Yeah.
Something about that. All right.
This is quite an anarchic interview. Are all your interviews so anarchic?
Yeah, we're kind of
We have fun. We do have fun.
That's great.
No, we just so out of the ones in the book, right? Is there something that it stands out for you that you're glad you were able to include?
Yes. I mean, the list of poems that have come under that heading is quite long, but if I had to pick just one, I would say that one of the poems I'm most pleased to have here is Kipling's 4 Feet. That's a kind of amazing poem that is short, really, really short, and yet very, very emotional. And, British British men are often, well, they do their best not to be emotional, but, in a way, what happens to Kipling is that he kind of cracked when his dog died, and he really lamented it with this beautiful poem. Would you like to?
I was just going to say that Sam needs to brace herself because Sam gets really emotional. But if we could impose on you to read that one, that would be fantastic.
Please.
No, when I get emotional, I'll probably start crying. 4 Feet by Rudyard Kipling. I have done mostly what most men do and pushed it out of my mind. I can't forget, if I wanted to, 4 feet trotting behind. Day after day, the whole day through, wherever my road inclined, 4 feet said, I am coming with you, and trotted along behind. Now I must go by my room I shall never find, somewhere that not be the sound of 4 feet. Trotting behind. Emotionally. That would be the English way. You sort of subdue the emotion. Yeah. But it's an elegy, really. It's an elegy for his dog.
I love it. I love it. It's just it's a very rich story all the way around.
Reading poetry, there's a cadence to how to read poetry the right way, and thank you, Duncan, for doing it the right way and pausing when you're supposed to when reading poetry,
Run-on sentences.
Duncan, well, we appreciate you coming in, sharing it. Where can people get it? Just all the major booksellers, right?
Yes, all the major booksellers. And remember, the proceeds go to the ASPCA and the Fox Terrier Network of North America, which rescues fox terriers like Topsy.
Mm-hmm. Is that your little guy on the...
So it's all the money is going to a good cause.
Is that your little guy on the cover?
Yeah, that was my little guy.
Oh,
no, it's not my little guy, but that is a smooth fox terrier.
Yes, it is.
It must be said. That is a smooth fox terrier.
All right.
So we don't know who that is.
I think they just invented it.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's a dog.
I thought it might be your puppy. I don't know. I'd put my puppy on there.
Oh, that's great.
That's awesome. All right, Duncan. Thanks so much for hanging out with us and reading this, sharing the book. We really appreciate this. I'm sharing this with my kids at school. So thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and thank you for being so generous in your treatment of it. Thank you very much. And me.
Yeah. All right.
Pleasure to meet you, Duncan.
Pleasure.
Get some sleep now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Whiskey first, then sleep. All right.
All right, man. Be well. Yeah. He's fun.
He's fun. I love it.
He was in bed. That was fantastic. That's like my kids. That's cool. It's like because we're virtual and like all my kids are in school. Sam's always
in her bed. Yeah,
Sam's in bed. That's what people broadcast from home.
It so you don't know where I am.
I love it.
She's so crafty. I did not know you were. I did not know you were in
you
here.
Didn't see? So I've been in my bed every single time I've done this and been on Zoom.
Oh man. Wish I was near her bed right now. Well, that's okay.
Yeah. Like I say, today has been a long week.
Yes, it has been.
Oh, yes.
This month has been a long year. Yes. Right there with you, my friend.
Today has been a long year.
Any news, Samantha? Anything new and groovy in your world?
I'm getting a car, but I'm getting my boss had I think I told you guys, my boss had this old car. Well, it's not old, but he just he only uses it when he lives down here. He mostly lives up north. He only comes down for like 2-3 days a week just to be in the office, and then he leaves to go back up north. So he just uses that car when he's down here, him and his wife. So has like not that many miles on it. So he's going to give it to me. He just has to find the title for it. So, yeah, I will buy it. I will purchase it once he finds the title. So I'm just patiently waiting for that. But I think that's it.
Titles.
Yeah.
Who needs titles? Come on, Sam. It's the apocalypse. It's like,
I want to be official. I don't want to get pulled over and,
Oh, no, it's not the apocalypse. It's a pandemic.
That's right. It's two different things.
Not really.
Well, yeah, you're right.
Not really. It's like it's almost. We're just one heartbeat away from Escape from New York.
Honestly,
I need a Cadillac with chandeliers up on the front. Is what I need.
Mid-March, early April.
Yeah.
When I got onto the road for a reason, I felt like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, walking into downtown Georgia. Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like. Yeah.
So, we were talking about how we pamper our pets. Milena checked in, and she said
nice.
she has birthday parties.
Well,
Animal
is
birthday
a
parties.
good idea.
It's how people celebrate.
I don't know my animals' birthdays, so I just I'll come up with a random.
Yeah, we just throw a random day and get a dog-safe cake and call it a party. Samantha, are y'all ready for this? Fact or fiction? You decide. All right, time for a little fact or fiction, Samantha. Matt has three headlines. Sam, Matt has three headlines ripped from the news. Two are absolutely true. One, completely false, created by Matthew earlier when I should have been doing my show prep.
I get a text message. Hey, can you do the fact or fiction real quick? Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so Matt's gonna test your.
I'll do it one day, and I'm gonna stump you all.
That'd be fun.
Yeah,
Let me do it next week.
You'll have to. Yeah, we got. We got to talk about it next week.
Yeah,
parent-teacher conferences. So.
Yes. Anyways,
but Matt has three headlines. Two are true. One is false. Samantha, you have to figure out which is the fake fact.
And Samantha, I did send you the email, but you still don't know which is which.
So you see. I shouldn't tell you guys my tactics.
I don't send it until I know we're not.
See,
because we were gonna do it with Duncan, but he was like in his bed and the connection was a little sketch.
In like England?
No,
he's in the UK. It looked like
no.
Right.
I don't know. I kind of was going to ask him where he was. Oxford, sure. But at Georgetown University. I thought he was.
No, he lives in Virginia.
Yeah,
he lives here in the States.
Wait, what time is it there?
In Virginia, same time it is here.
He's like cuddling up in bed to watch some Jeopardy. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah.
It's like he's getting his...
after this.
If I could, I would. All right, Sam, are you ready for these headlines? And if you cheated, I'm going to be upset with you. So,
I don't think. You did send it to me.
So, headline number one.
No Googling.
No Google. Headline number one. You ready? Dogs to compete in live virtual intelligence test.
Oh, Matt.
Headline number two. Saint Bernard breaks record for world's largest dog tongue.
Oh. Gene Simmons of St. Bernard's.
Yep. And then number three, puppy love. Not just for dogs anymore.
Ooh. Wow. Chicka wow.
So.
We've been known.
All right. Three headlines.
I'll read them one more time. First headline is dogs to compete in live virtual intelligence test. Headline number two for the both of you. Saint Bernard breaks record for world's longest dog tongue. Wow, chicka wow. And puppy love, not just for dogs anymore. Which one is the false headline, and which ones do you feel are true? I know, right?
Did you? I wonder if you tricked me. Tricked in here because I looked at the thing, and there might be a trick, and I don't know if that's a.
You got tripped up by the trick last time.
Yeah. Did he trick me? I know one of them. I already know which one's true because there was a link. It was a link. Sorry, Matt.
So you got it down to a 50-50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and try to click on it. I dare you.
All right. So anyway, go ahead.
Wait, what? Seriously?
Go ahead.
Go on. Which one's false? Yeah. Come on.
Okay. It's either the second one or the third one. Let's go with the
She's cheating.
She's Googling.
She's so cheating
She's
right
so
now.
Googling.
These are the things. This is what he sent me.
All right.
Fair enough.
That's it. I'm not cheating.
All right.
It's the second one or the third one.
What do you think? Oh, she's phoning a friend.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna do the second one. That's the false one.
You better start mixing toothpaste with your shampoo. You're getting a cavity in your brain.
Oh, nope. I was going to say the third one.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
So, no, actually, I was going to guess the second one was the false fact.
Nice.
And Samantha, I'm really surprised because I didn't write them. I don't know why you guys didn't make me do it because I didn't write them finally. You could have made me do it, and I would have got them wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, not next week, the week after. You tricked me. This I knew this one is underlined.
Yeah.
This one,
All right.
it was in a different color, and I was like, oh, maybe he wrote that one.
Mm.
You tricked me. You changed the colors. Don't.
Yeah, you can't go. You would have probably been better off with
They're all still headlines at the end of the day.
without those shenanigans in there.
Yeah, so this Saint Bernard breaks the record for the world's longest dog tongue.
That's true.
Read
That's
that
insane.
to me.
Yeah, so you might want to keep your ice cream cone away from out of reach from this gal, a Saint Bernard named Moki. She's been given the title of longest tongue on a dog by the Guinness World Records.
Is there a picture?
Yes, absolutely. With an incredible tongue measuring 7.31 inches, the 8-year-old rescue from Sioux Falls, South Dakota is truly something to behold. Moki also goes by Mo, and her tongue has some impressive powers.
Wow.
She's so cute.
Yep. According to the statement released by the Guinness World Records, and this is all coming to us from paulculture.com. A statement released by the Guinness World Records, Mo is known to eat quickly, and thanks to her tongue, can sometimes flank food up to 2 or 4 feet across the room. So give her a chicken wing, and she'll make it fly.
There's a video.
Yes, there is. I found that very entertaining. Mo, a Saint Bernard with a very long dog tongue. Yep, there's the video.
So cool. She's so cute.
But the first one, the first headline, were dogs to compete in a live virtual intelligence test to determine the smartest pooch. Dogs will actually test their memories to the limits in a live stream competition on Wednesday. I don't know when this was written. I'd have to look, but this is on independent.co.uk. The Genius Dog Challenge includes 6 of the planet's brainiest dogs set to go head-to-head in a virtual stream test.
That sounded like something, yeah.
Right. This day and age. This COVIDian timeline, right?
Yeah.
So 5 academics from Hungary's Eötvös Loránd University, or ELU, including ethology professors, biologists, dog experts, specialists in cognitive skills, and even a former dog trainer of the Israeli police, have spent 2 years putting this event together. So, yeah. I actually enjoy putting those the fact or fiction together tonight. So thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. I enjoyed that as well.
I'll see you after. I'm getting you guys.
I want you to, Sam. I want you to put us in our place.
Right.
All right. So well, what do we got? Just one more bit of business for the day, and that'll do it.
Sure. Who's bad? You know what it's time for? It's time for...
It's time for the bad animal joke of the week.
Dance.
All right, time for the bad animal joke of the week. If you are ready, Samantha, some of these are just wildly inappropriate. Like this,
Bring it on.
like this first one here. Wrote a song about it. Want to hear it? Here it goes. All right. Bert took his St. Bernard to the vet. Hey, Bert.
Hey.
I'm over here, Bert. All right, so Bert took his St. Bernard to the vet. The doctor said, I'm afraid you're going to have to ask him. He said, Doctor, Bert said to the doctor, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to cut off my dog's tail. And the vet stepped back and said, I can't do that. Why would you want to do such a terrible thing to your dog? He said, well, my mother-in-law is arriving tomorrow, and I don't want anything to make her feel welcome.
Oh, wow.
I don't.
Damn.
That's pretty awful.
God.
I said, and why it has to be a Saint Bernard? I don't know. Because I was looking for Saint Bernard jokes because of your
long
story.
tail, long tongue.
I don't know. Yeah.
Don't want to make her feel welcome. Yeah.
All right, and then here he goes. Sam, what kind of dog eats with his ears?
Ear.
What kind of dog eats with its ears?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, they all do. Have you ever seen a dog take his ears off to go eat?
Oh my god! It's like the same thing. What kind of dog eats with their feet? I don't know. All of them. Have you ever seen them take
Sam, you could write these.
What about their nose? I can't.
All right,
You
what do
can
you?
literally do that with any body part.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, so yes, you could. All right, what do you get when you cross a dog and a cougar? What do you get when you cross a dog and a cougar?
A dog and a cougar. A dog and a cat. A cat.
You get trouble with the postman is what you get.
Yeah.
That's not good. I said they weren't good. I said these were really bad. This one actually,
I didn't understand that
this one is a bad stereotype. I shouldn't read it, but oh well.
Cougar.
What?
I got it.
Yeah.
Postman.
You
Got
mean
it.
like a human or like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. Don't overthink them.
I didn't understand it.
Yeah, no, neither do I. What do you get when you cross a pit bull with a computer?
A feisty computer.
A feisty computer.
Yes.
Yeah.
A lovable computer.
A lot
like
of
that.
bites.
A lot of bite. B-Y-T-E-S.
Yeah,
bites.
so it's
Yes.
like,
Oh,
but that's kind of a bad
God.
stereotype.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I just heard that state of Michigan, where we all live, there was a law that was passed, I believe, that said that municipalities can no longer specify what dog breeds you can have, in what you can't have in the city.
who said that?
It was a news article I saw, I believe, like last week and a half ago.
In Michigan?
In Michigan, yeah.
They said municipalities can't ban particular breeds?
Correct. I thought I just read something in that regard.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What do you call a sleeping Rottweiler?
Don't bother me. No.
Anything you like, just do it very quietly.
Yeah.
All right. I haven't looked at the rest of these.
So you
I
can
don't.
stop anytime.
I don't. They weren't.
Over that.
They're not getting any better. Yeah, this one's awful too. What happens when you cross a dog and a cheetah?
I don't know.
You get a dog that chases cars, but this one actually catches them.
Ah.
No, it's so bad.
As I said, these are. What do you get when you cross a Doberman and a hyena?
Ooh.
I have no idea, but if it laughs, I'm joining it. I don't even know what that means either. All right, there you go.
get
Bad
it.
animal jokes of the week.
Those
They
ones
are
those
just
pretty bad.
new, new kinds of awful there for you. Sam, tell people stuff.
We are the Animal Talk Podcast, and you can connect with us on all of our social media platforms: Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Animal Talk Radio. They are all the same. You can find us there. YouTube, Animal Talk TV, merch, wearingfunny.com. Go buy something. Please like and subscribe. I don't know what else to say.
There you go. No, that's plenty. That was plenty, Samantha. We appreciate it. Thanks
I
for
practiced 800 times in the mirror.
thanks for being here with us. We
Yeah, I just pulled up that
Sorry.
article real quick.
Yeah.
It was in the freak.com.
okay.
And it says no bans on pit bulls allowed. Michigan Senate said on Thursday. About 30 of Michigan's local governments have some form of breed-specific regulation,
Yes.
which entail outright bans, but also methods such as compulsory neutering, additional about liability insurance and such. But yeah, banned. You can't say
No more breed bans.
No more breed bans for the state of Michigan
All right. Well, that's good.
on pit bulls, at least.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. All right. Well, that is good news for critters. We're going to take off now.
Yes.
And we're going to do it again very, very soon. We appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. And until next time, please have an exotic week.
And kiss you out there for me.